Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Jayani from Economics Education with Accounting Education Concentration, Faculty of Economics, State University of Jakarta. Here, I want to present my thesis. The title is The Influence of Institutional Ownership and Capital Structure on Company Value with Profitability as a Moderating Variable in Financial Sector Companies listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange 2020 and until 2022. Okay, this is the table of content on my thesis. The first introduction, second literature review, third research methodology, fourth result and discussion, and the fifth is closing. Introduction. In the background of the research, it can be seen that the economic condition of Indonesia in 2020 at 2.07%. In 2021, getting a recovery reaching 3.69%. And in the 2022, it has increased to 5.31% due to the recovery from the pandemic. In line with economic development that continue to increase until the end of 2022, the Financial Services Authority, or OJK, assesses that the stability of the financial services sector remains maintained. In the stock market sector, until November 2022, IHSG was recorded to have strengthened by 7.59% year to date. And on banking sector, until the end of October 2022, growth increased to 11.95% years on years. And the third-party funds, until October 2022, recorded growth of 9.41% year on year. And on IKNB, until October 2022, grew by 1.81%. Therefore, with the development of the economy and the stability of the financial services sector getting growth, the Indonesian people are currently able to consume the products offered by companies operating in the financial sector. With the product offered by these financial sector companies, it makes companies also have some goals. There are three main goals for a company. The first is to maximizing profit, and second is enriching company owners or shareholders, and the last is maximizing the company's value. In the previous explanation, one of the company's goal is to increase the company's value. Company value is a crucial concept because it serves as an indicator of how the market evaluates the company as a whole. In the process of increasing the company's value, it should to have cooperation from relevant parties within the company or stakeholders. Therefore, there needs to be a system that accommodates the desires and needs of stakeholders to prevent agency conflicts. To prevent such agency conflicts, good corporate governance is needed to increasing the company's value. Good corporate governance is a system that regulates the oversees the company with the aim of creating added value for all stakeholders. According to the ASEAN Corporate Governance Association, in the GC Watch report in 2018, Indonesia ranked 12 out of 12 observed countries. Then in the GC Watch report for 2020, Indonesia still held the lowest position, which is the 12 out of 12 countries. It can be concluded that the corporate governance in the years 2018 until 2020 was still relatively poor. Therefore, to achieve better good corporate governance, one important element is the role of institutional ownership. Institutional ownership has a crucial role in encouraging more effective management oversight. The greater the level of institutional ownership, the stronger the control over the company. This enables company owners to influence management behaviors to align with the company's goals and ultimately increases the company's value. And in the research by Christopher and Kurniawan, Hidayat et al., and Alastari et al., it stated that the institutional ownership has a significant positive influence on the company's value. And on the research by Jamil et al., Arianti et al., and Sahara et al., it states that institutional ownership doesn't have an impact on the company value. Okay. Then, in increasing the company's value, the capital structure is also one of the contributing factors. This is a this is because a company needs to explore all possible factors that will impact its value. One of which is the decision that company manager have to face regarding the company's sustainability, namely capital structure decisions. Company must be able to make policies regarding capital usage and balance it for essential funding needs such as company expense and other financial resources, either for the external sources or internal sources. The capital structure has an important role in changing the company's value because decisions related to the capital structure in the company's financing policy affect profitability and the company's financial position. In the research by Lutfia and Takarin, Esther et al., Desniati and Sniati, is that the capital structure has a significant positive impact on the company's value. And on the research by Rashid et al., Khadafi, and Sato Sobodiati, it's that the capital structure has a significant negative impact on the company's value. Based on this background, there is a gap in previous research regarding the influence of institutional ownership and capital structure on company value. Apart from that, in this research, researchers use the post-viewers application to find out how far the research topic has been used to date. If we look at the network visualization, we'll look at the network visualization result. Researchers take institutional ownership, which has small nodes and has a relationship with company's value. And apart from that, researchers added profitability as a moderating variable because because profitability has a relationship with company's value. Therefore, researchers will conduct research on the influence of institutional ownership and capital structure on company value and use the profitability variable as a moderating variable to strengthen or weaken the result of the influence between the two these variables with company's value. Based on the background provided, there are several problem statements, including: is there a influence of institutional ownership on company value? Is there an influence of capital structure on company value? Do profitability moderate the impact of institutional ownership on company value? Do profitability moderate the impact of capital structure on company value? And the last is, do institutional ownership and capital structure have stimulations effect on company value? Next, the purpose of this research is to understand and analyze the influence of institutional ownership on company value, to understand and analyze the influence of capital structure on company value, and the third is to determine and analyze the moderating effect of profitability on the influence of institutional ownership on company value, to determine and analyze the moderating effect of profitability on the influence of capital structure on company value, and the last is to analyze the simultaneous impact of institutional ownership and capital structure on company value. Okay, next is literature review. There are several supporting theories in this research. The first is agency theory. According to Jason McLean, agency theory describes shareholders as a principal and management as agents. And ownership structure, according to Sugiarto, ownership structure refers to the stock ownership structure, which is the comparison of the number of shares held by insiders with the number of shares held by investors. And institutional ownership, Noviani et al. Defines institutional ownership as share held by institutional entities such as investment firms, insurance companies, and other institutions. And capital structure, according to Rianto, capital structure is the balance of ratio between long-term debt and equity. And MM theory, they speak proportion one, that the value of a company is not influenced by the corporate capital structure, and proportion two, with taxes, state that in the presence of corporate tax, the value of a company increases with leverage due to tax protection. And that of theory, MM explained the fact of theory regarding the amount of debt and equity held by a company, leading to a balance between cost and benefits. And pecking order theory, according to Myers, the pecking order theory states that companies prefer internal financing over external financing. And company value, Sodak et al. Defines company value as a representation of a company's fair value that reflects investor views of a particular company, making company value the perception of investor regarding the company, which is always associated with stock prices. And profitability, Pratiwi et al. State that company profitability is the company's effort to achieve profits within a specific time frame. Furthermore, previous research by Desmiza with the title "The Influence of Corporate Governance on Firm Value," with the proxy Tobin-Skew, institutional ownership, the independent commissioner, and the number of commissioners, with the sample in manufacturing companies, have a result. Institutional ownership, independent commissioners, and the number of commissioners significantly affect Tobin-Skew, and the number of commissioners has a significantly negative impact on Tobin-Skew. And the second, the research by Shamsuddin et al. With the title Capital Structure and Investment Decision on Firm Value with Profitability as a Moderator, with the proxy Tobin-Skew, DARE, and PAIR, with the sample non-financial sector companies in the LQ 45, have a result. Capital structure, investment decision, and profitability have a significantly positive impact on firm value, and profitability can moderate the influence of capital structure and investment decision on firm value. Next, the research by Dewi and Gustiana with the title "The Influence of GCG on Firm Value with Financial Performance as a Moderating Variable," with the proxy is Tobin-Skew, ROA, Independent Commissioners, Institutional Ownership, and Audit Committee, with the sample is companies in the cigarette subsector listed on Indonesian Stock Exchange, with the With the result, independent commissioners and institutional ownership has a significant impact on firm value, and the audit committee doesn't have a significant influence on firm value, and financial performance can moderate the influence of independent commissioners, institutional ownership, and audit committee variables on firm value. And research by Irianto with the title Financial Performance Moderate the Impact of Capital Structure and Firm Size on Firm Value has a proxy Tobin-Skew, ROA, and DER and firm size with the sample consumer goods sector companies for the years 2016 until 2018 have a result. Capital structure has a positive impact on firm value. Company size has a negative impact on firm value, and company performance moderates the relationship between capital structure and firm value. Company performance doesn't moderate the relationship between company size and firm value. And next is the theoretical framework in this study, institutional ownership and capital structure as independent variable, company value as a dependent variable, and profitability as the moderating variable. Then for the development of hypotheses, they are consist of 5 hypotheses. Next, this is a research methodology. For analysis units and samples, the data used in this research is secondary data obtained from annual reports assessed through idx.co.id and relevant company websites. And the sampling technique employed is proposing sampling with a total sample of 150 financial sector companies listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange for the years 2020 until 2022 over a period of 3 years. And for the operational variable, the first is institutional ownership, with total institutional ownership shares divided by total outstanding shares. And for capital structure, with the proxy debt to equity ratio, total debt divided by total equity. And for the company value, with the proxy Tobin-Skew, market value of equity plus total liability divided by total asset. And for profitability, use proxy ROA, return on asset, with the earning after interest and tax divided by total assets. Next, to analysis the data, the following are the data analysis technique used. The first is descriptive statistical analysis, and second, panel data regression analysis with panel data regression model estimation, with which consists of common effect model, fixed effect model, random effect model, and then followed by determining the panel data regression model, which consists of Choate test, Hausman test, and Langrange multiplier test. And the third is classical assumptions, comprising of normality test, multicollinearity test, and heterokedasticity test. And the fourth is moderation regression analysis. And the last is statistical test, which consists of t-test, f-test, coefficient of determination test. And this is the result and discussion for this research. The following is a descriptive analysis table consisting of institutional ownership, capital structure, company value, and profitability. Next is panel data analysis. To choose the best regression model, several tests are needed. The first test is the Chow test, and it results that the chi-square probability has a value below 0.05. So the best model is the fixed effect model. So, so it is continued with the Hausman test. In the Hausman test, the resulting probability is 0.0342, which is smaller than 0.05. So the best model to use is the fixed effect model. So there is no need to carry out a Lagrange multiplier test. Next is the classical assumptions test. In the normality test, the probability show the number 0.06, so it is greater than 0.05. So it can be concluded that the data is normally distributed. And then in the multicollinearity test, the correlation value between the independent variable were all below 0.85, indicating the absence of multicollinearity. And the last, in the heteroscedasticity test, the resulting probability value is above 0.05. Thus, in this study, there is no heteroscedasticity. Okay, next is moderating regression analysis. If the value of probability uh, under 0.05, then the independent variable can influence the dependent variable partially. Therefore, profitability has not been able to strengthen the influence of institutional ownership and capital structure on firm value. And the last is statistical test. The last one is the statistical test. In the t-test, if the p-value is under 0.05, then the independent variable can influence the dependent variable partially. Therefore, institutional ownership and capital structure have an effect on firm value. And second is f-test. The significance value of f is 0.000, under 0.05. Consequently, it can be concluded that the institutional ownership and capital structure have an impact on firm value. And the third is coefficient of determination test. The adjusted R2 value of 0.9521. This can be interpreted as 95.22% of the variability in firm value is explained by institutional ownership and capital structure. Next is a discussion. First is the influence of institutional ownership on firm value. Based on the t-test, it can be concluded that the institutional ownership has a negative impact on firm value. This research findings align with previous studies conducted by Ermando and Puspa, Nurusela et al., and Agasfa and Budiarto. This implies that the increase in institutional ownership leads to a decrease in firm value. And the second, the influence of capital structure on firm value. Based on t-test, it can be concluded that the capital structure has a negative impact on firm value. The result of this study are consistent with prior research conducted by Rashid et al., Khadafi, and Nuralifa and Wardoyo. This means that a high capital structure leads to a decrease in firm value. Conversely, If the resulting capital structure is lower, it leads to an increasing the firm value. And the third is the influence of institutional ownership on firm value moderated by profitability. Based on MRA, it can be concluded that the profitability doesn't change the relationship between institutional ownership and firm value. This is consistent with previous research conducted by Sugiyarti and Widyati, Nugraha and Ashik, and Lia Patra and Sunarto. This is because a high number of institutional parties are perceived as least effective in monitoring the company's performance, resulting in low profitability and a subsequent decrease in firm value. And the fourth is the influence of capital structure on firm value moderated by profitability. Based on the moderated regression analysis, it can be concluded that profitability doesn't change the influence of capital structure on firm value. They align with research by Sarmin and Janicius, Gangi et al. And Sudarmanto et al. This means that the company's capital cannot enhance firm value when profitability is high, and conversely, the company capital structure cannot reduce firm value when the company's profitability is low. And the last is the simultaneous influence of institutional ownership and capital structure on firm value. Based on the F-test, it is conclude that institutional ownership and capital structure variables significantly influence firm value. This is attributed to the significant value of 0.00, which is less than 0.05. Okay, the last is closing. The conclusion of this research is to understand and analyze the impact of institutional ownership and capital structure on the firm value with profitability as a moderating variable in financial sector companies listed on the Indonesian Stock Exchange during the period 2020 until 2022. Panel data regression analysis was conducted using EVIS 12 software with a total of 150 observation. Based on the result and discussion, the finding of this study can be summarized as follows. Institutional ownership has a significant negative impact on firm value. Capital structure has a significant negative impact on firm value. Profitability cannot change the influence of institutional ownership on firm value. Profitability cannot change the influence of capital structure on firm value. And institutional ownership and capital structure simultaneously influence firm value. And the suggestions for further research are it is recommended for future research not only to focus on companies in financial sector, but also to consider companies for other sectors. And for future research is expected to consider adding a substituting other variable proxies. For instance, institutional ownership proxies can be replaced with other good corporate governance mechanism. And the third is it is advised for future studies to use different proxies for each variable. And in the future research, it is recommended to replace the moderating variable with other variables such as dividend policies and others. And the future studies could also explore the use of intervening or mediating variables as substitutes for the moderating variable. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.